crew. I am back. I haven't been in this chair for a week. We're having trouble streaming into your destination. Is blah, 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 blah. Okay. Technology is kicking my butt today. So the stream into the Facebook group didn't work, but I am streaming from my business page into the group. So one of them would work. How many are you? And I can't see comments. So Beth, hello. Hello, Valerie. Hello, Liz. So I don't know whether you're watching from the group or whether you're watching from my business page. But if you've been living under a rock in the last kind of week, Facebook cut off the live streaming of third-party tools into, I'll get onto what I'm really meant to be talking about in a minute, but just let me explain. Facebook cut off our ability to live stream into third-party, via third-party tools into Facebook groups as of April 22nd, which has been and gone, okay? Coaching community members, I did a step-by-step, another videos, one for StreamYard and one for Zoom in the coaching community. It took me hours yesterday, hours and hours and hours to work it out, but I filmed videos for you and they're both in the coaching community group. But I've hit a glitch today with the free group, but is anyone watching from the group? I'm actually live streaming on my business page and I shared it into my group. So if you're in my group, you should be able to see me in my free group, but the event that I scheduled in the group won't be working. Technology. So we're here anyway, we're live. So any of you that have a business page, you can stream from your business page into your group. So that will be working. The event that I scheduled in the group is just telling me it's not working. Okay, whatever. We'll keep moving on. You got to smile with these things, don't you? So I can see your comments live. I think if you're watching from the business page. Anyway, hello, Beth. I can still see your comment. Hello, Valerie. We've got Liz here as well. We've got Cherie on Facebook. Where in Facebook are you watching from, Valerie? My business page or my group? Did Henry finally show up again? Oh, did you see my story before, Dean? I haven't seen him yet, but I haven't been down here. This is downstairs where I am in my house, and I haven't been down here for a week because I was away last week with friends, and I can't see Henry anywhere, but there are a lot of cobwebs around my head. Okay, I did a story about all the cobwebs, so there's a lot of cobwebs I need to clean up. So I'm not sure where Henry is at the moment, Dean. Hello, Tim. How are you? Watching on Online Crew. You wouldn't be in that group because I'm not streaming in that group. God here. Hello, Donna. Welcome home to you. Watching from the business page. Okay. I just went to the social media group and you aren't there, so I came back here. I don't know what's going on. Hello, Nicolina. How are you? Anyway, I should still be streaming via my business page into the group because I shared it into the group. But I haven't got my spare phone. So I'm live on Instagram. I'm live on my business page. I should be live in the social media group, but via my business page, but I can't check because my spare phone isn't charged up. Having fun. Facebook, what are you doing to us? I can only because I'm live streaming on the business page, so I can't bring out, you can't bring up comments anymore sort of via the group. So if there's anyone watching via the group, their comments won't show up, Beth. It's because you must be watching from my business page. Merla's here, but no clue where she's watching from. That's cool. All good. You clicked my email link, so you're watching from my business page. Okay, we'll get it all sorted. And as I said, if you're a coaching community member, the step-by-step videos that I spent hours doing for you guys yesterday are in that group. Okay, so let's get back onto topic here. What are we talking about today? Okay, so there's organized chaos, guys, isn't it? At the beginning of the week, so I wasn't live on my normal schedule last week because we went away with friends and that was fun. I spent most of the week working actually, but I just wasn't on my normal live schedule. But at the beginning of an ordinary week, which is this week, I do something to do with personal growth, personal development, to help you be a better version of yourself and to help you, be the person that you need to come to have an amazing business. So for you to have like a great business building into a six-figure business and beyond, you have to be amazing. You have to have all good positive things going on for you to be able to have like a successful business. So what I want to share with you today, this caught my eye from Mel Robbins and it was so true. So I thought I'd share it with you guys regarding control. There are so many things that we waste energy on as individuals that we cannot control, and we need to let go of that. So I'll give you a couple of examples of that in a minute. And when I was listening to Mel Robbins talk about this, I'm just like, oh, that's so me. That is so me. And you might be able to relate to this when I talk about it. Before I get onto that, just a couple of reminders for this week. Not tomorrow, but the next day, I've got one of my amazing mentors, Fernie, is joining me in a couple of days' time to give you guys some training. So make sure you catch that 2 days' time this time. I am launching, hoping to do it by the end of this week. We'll see how we go with all that technical stuff. But I've got a lead magnet bootcamp coming up in May. So we'll be launching that either the tail end of this week or early next week, but keep an eye out for that. That's going to be really good for a lot of you, learning how to do lead magnets to help people raise their hand from being just a lead on social media to actually a qualified prospect. So that's going to be really helpful to a lot of you. That's going to be a free boot camp coming up in May. So keep your eyes open for that as well. Okay. So back to topic. We waste a lot of energy as human beings. We waste a lot of physical and emotional stress on things that we can't control. And we've just got to learn to stop that. One of the things that Mel was talking about that we waste a lot of energy on, and I know I do this, and share with me if this is you as well, is something like the weather. So hear me out. There are a lot of, and the examples that she was using is something like, let's say somebody's getting married and like for 6 months to a year, you're stressing about, wonder what the weather's going to be like. And then leading up to it, or wonder what the weather's going to be like. And you're looking at the gauge and like you've got a special event coming up, or it could be as little as you want to go for a walk tomorrow morning. I wonder what the weather's going to be like. You want to schedule something in. I wonder what the weather's going to be like. So we waste all this time and energy on wondering and worrying about the weather. Some of you won't exercise because it's cold outside. Some of you won't go out and go for a walk because it's raining. And it's like, we cannot control the weather, can we not? We cannot control the weather. I am somebody that loves the sunshine. My energy, and it's proven, it's actually, did you know that there's actually research that shows when the sun comes out, it actually lifts a lot of people's moods. And when it's darker, it's gloomier, it's colder, a lot of people go into their shell. It's statistically proven. I'm one of those people. When the sun's shining and it's summer in my part of the world, I just come to life. So when we have times like now, like it's getting very grey, I'm going into winter. A lot of you are going into summer. I'm going into winter. I don't like it. I don't like the grey weather. I complain about it a lot. And those of you that live in Canada, I've got no reason to complain about the weather because you guys get cold weather. So what I consider cold weather is not cold weather, but I complain about it quite a lot. And I look at the weather, don't like the grey weather. I said it the other day, like I just don't like the grey. So we think about it, we talk about it, we give all this energy to the weather. Can we control that? Not one little bit. So when Mel was using this as an example, I'm like, oh my gosh, do you know how much energy I give to the weather? The fact that it's grey again, it's cold, it's, all the rest of it. Like I think about it and I talk about it pretty much every day. Like I give a lot of my energy to the weather. And it's like, that is actually wasting a lot of my time and energy and thoughts into something I cannot control at all. Do you get the point? So we as human beings need to learn, if we're going to be amazing in our businesses and as human beings, we need to give our energy and our thoughts and our time to things that we can control, not to things that we can't control. So the weather is definitely one of them. Can any of you relate to what I just said about giving your time and energy to the weather? and about how it makes you feel, and that you kind of you almost talk yourself into it. Like, I know that I've got more of a spring in my step when the sun is shining. It's like, why do I even talk myself into that? It's like I'm talking myself into being in a bad mood when it's grey or it's raining. Like, that is the wrong way to think about the weather. I shouldn't give my energy to knowing that I'm going to feel worse when we get to winter. I know some of you can relate to that. So think about that for a minute. Like, how much energy do you give to the weather? The other thing, and this second one isn't necessarily related to me, but I know there is a hell of a lot of people that do this. How do you react when you are waiting in line for something? So think about traffic. You get caught up in a traffic jam and you're late for something. You are waiting in the bank, like, or in the supermarket, and somebody's having, a discussion with or it could be a retail shop, and they're taking their time at the counter, and people get, excuse my language, they get pissed off, don't they? I've been in lines, and I'll never forget this. It was Christmas time a couple of years ago. The shops are busy. Everyone's busy. Everyone's doing last minute shopping. But there was this guy in front of me in the line to do his Christmas shopping. And it was actually in a supermarket. So it wasn't like a retail store, but we're in the supermarket. And this guy in front of me was pissed off. Somebody was having a discussion at the checkout, and he was huffing and puffing. Oh, how long is this going to take? Like, can you speed it up? And like, was huffing and puffing. You know how people just have no patience for things like that? Like, how do you react to things like that? We cannot control that. I'm pretty good with that. Like, if I'm in a line waiting, it's just like, oh, Liz, what is? I've got plenty of things to check on my phone. I've got messages. I've got emails. I've got plenty of things that I can utilize my time. So I just shift my energy. I don't waste my time. But, I can't even, you were looking at your watch, you're complaining, or you get stuck in traffic. It's just like, it is what is. I can't control it. You just go with it. Breathe if you need to breathe, if you're a really impatient person. So watch what you give your energy to, because at the end of the day, you can actually exhaust yourself and be mentally and physically tired for giving your energy to things that you cannot control. So protect your energy. Put into perspective the things that you can and can't control. Give your energy to things like, okay, I'm stuck at the post office. I'm stuck in traffic, even though you're not meant to be on your phone when you're in traffic. You might be, but you're stationary. Let's all do the right thing here. But you're stationary, but you're flicking through some messages, or you're clearing out some email. Like, I do not waste time that way. If I'm stuck at an appointment, the doctor's running late or whatever, I'm using that time to catch up and being productive. So you can't control sometimes what goes on, but you can absolutely control what you give your energy to, how you think about things, and how you react to things. So you can be pissed off and angry and upset and all the rest of it, and expend all your precious energy on those kind of things, or you can protect your time, your energy and thoughts, and put it to more productive things. Sometimes when I get, like yesterday, classic example, I was struggling with this live streaming thing, and it's like, it's just not working for me. I know what to do. I've followed everything in those videos, but it's just not connecting for me. And I was getting frustrated. And, I got my VA to look at it. Bella was looking at it. She couldn't work out certain aspects of it. And it's like, okay, Helen, you just need to breathe and get back in control. So I said to Bella, don't worry about it. I'll sort it out. I went back to it. I literally breathed. And it's like, okay, Helen, chill. You can sort this out. You can sort this out. So just breathe. And then I concentrated and I watched the video again. And it's like, so why isn't this working? And I just took my time and reevaluated and reassessed my own thoughts as to how I was approaching the situation. And then it all came good. And that's when I went, quickly record a video for the coaching community while you've got it sorted out, so you don't lose the process and the thoughts. Like, when you approach things differently, different results will happen. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, when you're frustrated, you're letting things get to you that you can't control, then everything just kind of you're just wasting more time and you're wasting more energy. So if you can bring the control back in and say something to yourself like, can I control this or can't I? My situation yesterday afternoon, yeah, I can control this by reassessing here, reevaluating. Just calm down, Helen. You can sort this out. You know you can sort this out. So I took back control and sorted it out. When I'm in traffic, in a line, in a post office or something like that, can I control this? No. Okay, what can I control? I can use how I expend my energy. I can actually get on my phone and clear out some emails. I can send a message to somebody and catch up. Like I can use my time productively while I'm waiting. So do you get the message here? Just what I would recommend that you do is notice. And the reason why I do a lot of videos like this is just to raise your level of awareness of how you move through life as a person. There are definitely things that you do in a day that you are wasting time and energy, but you're not even really thinking about it. It's just what we do. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're talking too much about the weather or talking yourself into a certain mood or out of a mood because of the weather, or you're in a line or something's happening with social media, like how are you controlling how you react to things? And be very protective of your time and energy with what you waste your time and energy on and what you can actually turn around. And it may be a matter of practicing gratitude in a moment, being thankful for something in the moment, like shift your energy really quickly. You'll be more productive, more effective, get back on track, and you won't be exhausted at the end of the day. Like, do you have those days where you're absolutely exhausted mentally and physically, but you didn't really achieve much? I would guarantee some of that is because of how you've expended your energy, getting frustrated and worked up and thinking about a lot of things, but you're not very productive because you're giving your energy. And a lot of people do this on social media with their businesses. They think a lot about their business. They think a lot about what they should be doing. They think a lot about the content they should put out there. They think a lot about their business, but they don't actually go and do a lot of the do. Some of you will watch a lot of training and do a lot of things, but you're not actually taking much action in your business. So the end result of that is you are expending a lot of energy and thought and frustration and a whole lot of energy on thinking and watching trainings and doing like that, but you're not actually doing much productively. So you get to the end of the day and you feel exhausted. But what have you achieved? Not a lot. Why? Because you wasted all your energy thinking instead of doing. So I hope this helps. Just if you can think as your days go by, okay, I'm wasting way too much energy thinking about this, or I'm wasting my energy getting stressed about that, or I need to change my language around that because I can't actually control the weather. I can't actually control what that person's doing. So I can't stress about that because I can't control the way they think about things. I can only control the way that I react to things. So in this moment, I'm going, I'm going to practice gratitude. I'm going to calm myself down. So I can't control other people. I can't control the external environment, but I'm going to absolutely control centering myself, getting myself back in control. Does that make sense to you guys? I hope I'm making sense. Okay, checking in with a couple of your comments. I suffer from analysis paralysis. Yep, you wouldn't be the only one. Yes, we need to stop concentrating on things we can't control and concentrating on things we can control. Absolutely. Tim loves it. Well, you'd want to love winter if you're in Melbourne. I can understand that. I was walking this morning, but when it started to rain, lightning and thunder, I had to call it. Yes, 100% love the sun. I can relate. I waste so much energy on technology. Yeah. And some of it, like that was me yesterday, Dean. And I was letting myself get frustrated. And in the frustration, I knew I wasn't thinking clearly. So technology is going to get us all every now and again, but it's up to us as to how we reevaluate, reassess, and get back in control. When I got myself back in control yesterday afternoon and really started to think clearly and talked myself out of the frustration, like I actually was saying to myself, not out loud, but in my head, you're allowing yourself to get frustrated, Helen. You're not going to resolve this while you stay in this frustrated state. Get it together. That's what I was kind of having to say to myself in my own head. And when I did, and I relaxed and I calmed down, I was able to work through it logically and come up with the solution. Okay. Tim, get a big glass bowl and a bunch of ping pong balls. Every time you come across something you can't control, write on a ball and put it in the things I can't control bowl. Whatever works, Tim. I love that. Dean, I needed to hear this today. Awesome. Who else needed to hear this today? Let me know. You've nailed it. So what's the cure? So the cure is awareness. You cannot control anything that you are not aware of. We waste a lot of time and energy without even realizing it. The reason why I come live once a week and have discussions like this with you guys is to raise your level of awareness about what you're doing, because you can't change anything you don't see. So by having this discussion, all I want you to do, like the solution is, when you're stressed about something, when you're allowing yourself to waste time, when you know you're getting frustrated, is to have that level of awareness. Can I control it or can't I? Yes or no? I can't control this, but I'm going to think about it differently. So when you're aware of things and you're talking to yourself in that way, you will start learning to think differently. You will start moving, and as Mel put it, like, it was really quite fascinating. I can't really repeat all the science side of it, but when you create habits like this, you start growing. It's totally untechnical way of saying this, guys, but there's something in your brain that you strengthen that enables you to then subconsciously move towards the positive rather than the negative. So when you pick things up and change them quickly, you're growing that part of your brain that's strengthening into becoming a solution person rather than embellishing in the problem. So that's how you get started. And it might take you a while to practice this, to then go, okay, I'm not thinking that way. I'm not going to talk myself into the fact that I'm going to have a bad day because it's grey cloud and lightning and raining out there. I can't control that. I'm still going to have a happy day, even though it's grey and it's raining and it's cloudy and it's lightning. Like, it's being very, very aware of how we interpret what's happening in our day. That's how you get started. Okay. Cherie, I get this. It really helps. I was better today. Have to be focused. Awesome. Yes. Lauren, I was wasting energy tonight on what I did not get done today. And that's what we need to change. Okay. I need to buy a really cheap laptop so I have something to throw out the window when I get frustrated with technology. Whatever works. For me, and I did it in the car the other day as well. I was frustrated with something, and it's just, I'm not kidding. 4 deep breaths in, hold it for four counts, let it out for 4 counts, and do it a minimum 4 times. If you can do it 10 times, even better. So I would just literally go, feel it in your brain, guys. Do it now. You can feel it in your head. It totally shifts your state. So start there as well when you're getting frustrated with things. Okay. All right. Yes. And reticular activation system. Have you ever heard of RAS? I'm going to go off on a tangent if I talk about RAS. And I've talked long enough. I need to get off this live. Yeah, I use breathing to get yourself, like, even just doing that, like, my brain is shifting already. Like, I can feel that's just going to come out so wrong, the air in my brain. I can just feel the difference that made just so quickly. So anyway, I've talked long enough, but please listen to this in a week's time, or when you get frustrated, go, where's that video of Helen that talked about, if you're trying to control everything, you can't focus on anything. If you're wasting your energy on things that you can't control, you are wasting your life. And you are not going to be the best version of yourself to have the amazing business that we want you to have. So I really hope that you are hearing me with this video, and that this stays with you to think about as you go about your day today, tomorrow, and the next day. Be very protective of your energy. and what you think about, and what you focus on, because there are a lot of things that we can't control, and you just don't want to give your energy to those things. You want to give yourself energy into what you can control, the actions you can take to go and build an amazing freaking business. You with me? So I hope this is helpful. Okay, so not tomorrow, the next day, join me. Fernie's joining me. He's earned just over $40 million online. That he's going to do some great training with us. And then what was I talking about the next day? I can't remember. I have planned it out. But yeah, coaching community members, remember the training this week. We're showing you how to do reels through Canva on your phone. So we did faceless reels just recently on your computer. Now we're going to show you how to do it all on your phone on Canva. So if you go in the coaching community, don't miss that training this week as well. Okay, now I'm really going to go. Sorry, I've talked long enough. Thank you for joining me. You've got no idea how much I appreciate our beautiful online crew here, and I will see you live in a couple of days. Bye.